So in today's video, I'm just going to show you exactly how I stretch at home. This is exactly what I do. I'm not telling you that you should do this, but if you do want to learn how to stretch and some stretching techniques, you can follow along. I'll explain why I do what I do. I pretty much stretch, I would say 5 days out of the week, maybe 4. It does depend. It depends how stiff and sore I feel. If I need to stretch, I do skip some days because obviously it's time consuming, but this is what I do without fail, very, very regularly. Now, when I show you the splits, you don't have to get into the splits at all. And some days I go lower down than other days. But anyway, follow along, do what you can. Obviously, mobility also takes practice, and there's my curtain in the way. And the older we get, the harder it becomes. So ideally, I would like you to start where you are and practice every day if you need to get a bit more flexible, and then just try and maintain it. It's very important as we get older, ladies. I really feel that stretching is super, super, super important, almost as important as exercise. What I love about stretching is that it also calms me. It's my time to be a little bit meditative, and just zen out, let my mind also just relax and stretch. So let me just show you. Let's get into it while I'm talking. What I love to do, I've got a pillow here for my knees as well, but what I will start off typically doing, can you see me? The problem is trying to film this is typically just start off, okay, maybe I should kneel down. I will stretch out my lats. Now your lats are these big back muscles, they pull your arm down. So stretch those out, and then if you twist like that, you also get a nice hip stretch. There we go, there, like that. And then pull, stretch the lats. And then for the arms, for my triceps, I do this. If you can't touch your fingers, you can take a towel in between and grip on either side of the towel or something. But if you can reach your fingers, do that. Also stretches into your lats, that stretch. So for your triceps and your lats. Now, usually you would hold this for a good 20 seconds. I'm just moving through them a little bit faster, just so that you can see what I do. So there's that one. And I just love stretching. So I could be here doing it all day. And then I find that this motion here will also stretch the side, that band. So you do that motion there, that band there as well. And then what I really like to do is, let's come forward, go into this kind of a stretch. So let me show you. There, like that. Now that also stretches the front of my hips, and I will hold that usually for 20 seconds like this. And then just breathe into it. So it's stretching out the front of your hips and curving your back, which is also good. This stretch is good for posture because it goes against the natural tendency to round our backs. And then I do the opposite movement there, like this. And then this again stretches out your back. And then I reach for the floor. If you can't see me, I'll do it this way. Here, reach for the floor like that. There. And then from here, I will go into like a downward dog. I love this feeling here, stretching into the back of my calves. This is a great calf stretch, hamstring stretch, like that. And then press your heels down into the floor. Feel where that stretch is and just hold it for 20 seconds. So like I said, normally I would hold that for 20, but for a video you want to keep moving. Another stretch for the front, the psoas muscles, I think it's called. I do like this, go down, and then I go backwards, like onto the floor. If you follow along on my vlog channel, you would have seen me do this stretch. I will link to that channel down below. It's called Louise, Real and Honest. It's very raw and unedited. This stretch, I could just lie in here forever. Now you want to try and lift your back up to really pull into the quads. If you can't do this stretch, this is actually quite an advanced one. I'll show you a simpler move for the same stretch that you can start off with. And the simpler move would simply be standing or on your knees like this, just pulling back, and then you can lean into it. So that's a quad stretch. 1, 2, 3, and you can really pull up. If you can only pull there, that's fine. Start where you are. Then you can do both legs. You can be doing this standing, but in terms of getting me in the frame, I need to be down low. Okay, so that's that one. Next one would be for your inner thighs. Where, can you see me there? There. So it's just me at home filming, so that's why I have to try and check that I'm in frame. Here. I hope you can't hear the rubbish truck, but they are outside collecting rubbish. There we go. So try and get them as low to the ground as possible, your knees, and that's a beautiful inner thigh stretch, like that. The other one I do is try and open my legs. This is called stride, I think. Is it called stride? As wide as possible and just come forward. And usually, again, I would hold it for a full 20 seconds. And also I would go to the side. Now this also stretches out like the side of your lower back. And try and touch that toe. Normally you would hold it for 20 seconds. Do the other side. Try and touch that toe. Gives you a good stretch all the way down here. Then another stretch you can do if you can't keep your legs open. Bring this leg in and then reach for that foot. Like that. I will show you forward facing this way. So you bring that foot in, that foot out, and then I would go like that. So this is actually what I do. People who know me at the gym would have seen me do this over and over. And then you try, if you want to touch your head. Another good one to do is put your legs on the ground and try and reach for your toes if you can. You can also do this standing and touch your knees or your toes, however far down you can get. Try and put your head down onto your knees. I'll also do a toe point flex. Toe point flex. When I was a little girl, I used to do ballet and we would do that. Good toes, bad toes. Good toes, bad toes. And again, I would hold this for 20 seconds. I'm feeling there's a lot of tightness in this side, in this hamstring. So I can feel the need to stretch there. Now, in terms of bouncing, they say do, don't, I don't know. I honestly go with what I feel I need to do on any given day. Now, for the glutes, here's a stretch that I love. So it's like you're going to cross your legs, but then you put the one there and this one over. Now, sometimes if you're very tight, you just hold that knee, put this elbow to it, and that is enough. To make it a bit harder, you turn around and you pull and you try and look across. I hope you can also see me in the mirror there. That's why I've got it there. You can see all angles of the stretch. Then I saw someone at the gym make this a lot harder, and it really works. You actually put this knee over this knee, and you fold yourself down, and that really stretches into this glute over here. So like that. And then I'll show you in the opposite leg, just so you can see how I did that. There. So that's the starting version. You will feel a nice stretch there. There's many varieties of stretches you can do to target different muscles. I've just found that this is what I enjoy doing. I mean, really, sometimes I watch videos and then I'll change it up, but this general routine is what works for me. So this is the advanced version. You go down. This is where you feel it really in there. And it's like you're just hugging and holding. Hugging and holding. And again, normally I would hold that for 20 seconds. And then now, my splits. So you don't have to get into the splits if you can't, ladies. So let's just make sure that the shorts are not flashing you. But you can go as low as you can. I could not do the splits at first, obviously. No one can. And then I use a cushion for my knee. So start off going down. So you're on your knee. Start off with that. If that's all you can do, just start off stretching there. Then you slowly slide your front foot forward and your back knee back. And if that's all you can do, just hold it there. So what I did when I first started getting into the splits was I would hold this position and watch TV. And you find as you hold the position, you will sink lower and lower. You see, I roll from side to side because as I roll that way, it's stretching more of this hip out. And as you roll this way, it stretches more in your hamstring and glute. And then you just try and see if you can go as low as you can. And then I pull my front toe up towards me because it really stretches the calf. Super, you can feel it super nicely like that. And look, I'm not all the way down. My butt, there's still room. My butt's not touching the ground. But that's pretty darn decent, I would say. So there. And then do it on the opposite side. And again, if you just sit and hold it and breathe, which I'll do on this side now for you, you will get lower and lower over time. So the other side as well, do that. And I mean, again, you don't have to go down, down, down. This is good enough. That is a beautiful stretch all the way there. But because I could get into the splits, I want to try and maintain that flexibility as I get older because, of course, it's so important. And I really believe that being flexible will help us prevent falls as we age. It's one of the things we do lose with age is mobility and flexibility and strength as well. But there, and then you just hold it and close your eyes and breathe. This side seems like it's a little bit higher, so it's not as flexible as the other side. Therefore, I will stretch into this hip. That's because this hip, my right hip, is my problem hip. It's been giving me problems for quite a while. But I just continue on through it. I just work through it. Like I keep stretching, exercising. I don't not move just because there's tightness. Because what you usually find is when you warm up, you can carry on. And for the back now, I can't really do a back bend, but let me show you my little trick that I do. You can use I've got this little stool. You can use any kind of little low stool or something. Now let's see where you'll see me do it. And then I bend myself over it so that my back is supported. But then it's almost like a back bend. And you can stretch out. It opens up your chest. This is just something I've sort of discovered for myself. And it really, it's beautiful. It feels so lovely to do that. And when I first do it, like my vertebrae, you can hear go click, click, click. So that is what I do on, I would say, at least 4 times a week. I pretty much feel it's my whole body. And then if I need to stretch my neck, look under towards your armpit and stretch that way. Look under towards that armpit and stretch. I've got a lot of tightness in this side, so this side almost needs more stretching. But there you go. I am 45. I am turning 46 this year, and this is my stretching routine. That's how I do it. I hope you follow along. I hope you play this over and over and try some of these stretches, and I really hope they help you. Last stretch, before I forget, is if you just want to stretch out your chest, it's a pretty easy one. I'm sure you've all seen it, but I do that. And there you go. That's how I do my stretching at home, at the gym, wherever I am. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.